CBS News Miami.
Good afternoon, and thank you for joining us. I'm Najahe Sherman, and welcome to CBS News Miami's 4 p.m. Quickcast. Let's take a look at today's top stories. First up, taking a live look at the radar. It is going to be a stormy weekend, but not a washout. Next, weather meteorologist Cindy Pressler has the timeline.
And that's just what you want to do here, isn't it? We like the rain. It's good for the grass and the plants and everything, but we'd like to have our time on the weekend, too, to get out and have fun. So for this evening, we still have a few showers and thunderstorms. And notice we have outflow boundaries. It's all about that. That provides the lift. We've got so much juice in the atmosphere, so there are some pretty heavy rainmakers out here right now. A couple of flood advisories in effect. Coral Springs and another one just issued to the south here from around Plantation. This is the stronger one. This one actually kind of split and slid to the south. So we've got heavy rain that could be producing some flooding there. This one in effect until 5 p.m. And the one to the south, well, that one just was issued. So one down here in Homestead as well. There was heavier rain here earlier, about 1 to 2 inches. That line has slid off to the south and east now in southern Miami-Dade County. However, that one's still in effect until 4:30. So all of these storms have the potential to drop heavy rain. They're slow movers, moving to the south-southeast at about 10 miles per hour. Brought the temperature down nicely, 87 degrees. High today so far has been 91, but with all the moisture in the atmosphere, oh, it's sticky. It feels like 97 degrees, and the areas down here along the Keys have not had any rain today, so they are very hot down there, still feeling like in the triple digits. So let's time this out for you on this Friday evening. 5 o'clock, we still have a lot of moisture. Showers and thunderstorms begin to die off by 7. Still in the metro area, you're going to find a few, and then overnight, a few more developing along the coast. We have a southeasterly flow going into tomorrow. By 5 o'clock in the morning, there could be a few showers, but they will dissipate, and then we'll start the whole process over by tomorrow afternoon. So really, anywhere from 10 a.m. to about 10 p.m., we have a shot at getting some rain tomorrow. So again, there's going to be some dry time out there, but these storms always are heavy rain makers again on Sunday, so we're going to have to watch out. Could find some localized flooding both days going through the weekend. Frontal system stalls out to the north of our area, so that's going to keep us on the south side, the wet side. Lots of humidity, showers and thunderstorms throughout the weekend. Could see as much as 1 to 2 in spots up here. Kind of has been moving around, but you get the picture here. Any one of these areas could find some flooding. Rain chances will be quite high through the weekend, and we're going to carry that into next week as well. Tracking the tropics right now, you can see quite busy 4 systems out here. This one is going to become the next one, so we'll be watching that into next week. And here's your forecast as we head through the weekend. I think we can get to it. Temperatures are going to sit in the lower 90s with a good chance of showers and thunderstorms through the weekend.
They know I'm honest, I'm direct, and I say the truth. There's no truth whatsoever to any of these allegations.
Now at 4, we are learning new details after Miami Commissioner Alex Diaz de la Portilla was arrested and now faces a number of charges. CBS News Miami's Peter Dinch has been all over this story. He joins us with the very latest.
Not an ounce of truth. Not an ounce of truth to those allegations.
As he leaves jail, a defiant Miami City Commissioner Alex Diaz de la Portilla says he'll fight the charges.
This is a work of fiction by this prosecutor. This is a Democrat state attorney from Broward County who's targeting a Republican commissioner from Miami. The same thing that's happening to President Trump at the national level with 4 different false prosecutions is happening to me in Miami at the local level.
An arrest affidavit obtained by the Miami Herald says the charges are connected to $245,000 paid by a couple to secure the commissioner's support for a $10 million athletic facility for their private school near downtown Miami.
There's nothing true about this complaint. I have not read the whole thing. I need to speak to my attorney, obviously.
Also charged in this case, attorney William Riley. FDLE says Riley controlled a bank account that was used to launder the $245,000 in concealed political contributions. We asked legal analyst attorney David Weinstein about this case.
On paper, these are rather serious charges. They involve bribery, they involve money laundering, they involve official misconduct. Some of these charges carry statutory maximums up to 30 years. The amount of time that they're looking at in terms of sentencing, and whether it's decades or whether it's years, is really dependent upon what the government proves, how much money they prove changed hands, what type of abuses that they have alleged took place here.
Of course I'll seek re-election, and I'm going to win, because the people in that community, the people in my district, know me as a state senator, a state representative, a commissioner, and they trust me. They know I'm honest, I'm direct, and I say the truth.
Auto workers walked off the job at midnight last night. They were demanding better wages from manufacturers. This is the first time the big three automakers have been hit by a strike at the same time, and the impact of the strike could be felt across the country. CBS News Miami's Natalie Brand joins us live from Washington, D.C. Natalie, just how much money will the U.S. economy lose for every day that these employees are on strike?
Hi, Naja. Well, that really remains to be seen, because right now this is a targeted strike impacting 3 locations, plants in Missouri, Wayne, Michigan, and Toledo, Ohio. But if negotiations continue to stall, then this could expand to additional plants and impact additional auto workers. However, right now analysts are saying if this goes, say, 10 days, then damages could be in the billions potentially. They're estimating $5 billion of total damage in the first 10 days. But again, that really depends on how and if this expands. What we do know at this hour is those talks are expected to resume tomorrow morning. The president of the United Auto Workers Union says today they are on the picket lines, but tomorrow they expect to return to the bargaining table. We also know here at the White House, the president says that he has sent some key members of his administration, the acting labor secretary and a White House advisor, to Detroit to continue to engage in these talks.
Well, hopefully they can reach some common ground. But Natalie, what does the strike mean for consumers if a deal is not reached?
Yeah, well, analysts are really worried about a potential ripple effect here. And ultimately, when you look at the the already high prices of automobiles, those could potentially go up even further depending on how much time the strike lasts. And also, some analysts saying this could push sales to some of these non-union brands. So again, a lot remains to be seen. But also worth mentioning, Naja, that this is a tricky political problem for President Biden as well, because he's touted himself as the most pro-union president. However, he's also very much focused on the economy as he runs for re-election. So right now, really everyone is hoping that progress is made as negotiations resume.
Natalie, thank you for sharing your insight with us this afternoon. More news when we come back. Stay with us. Welcome back to CBS News Miami's 4 p.m. Quickcast. A federal grand jury in Delaware has charged Hunter Biden with 3 felony firearms offenses. It's in the case brought by the Justice Department. He could face up to 25 years in prison if convicted. Senior investigative correspondent Catherine Harridge is following this case.
For the first time, a sitting president's child has been indicted on federal charges. Hunter Biden is accused of making a false and fictitious statement about his drug use on a federal gun form and to a firearms dealer. The third count alleges he did knowingly possess a firearm while on drugs. Hunter Biden has openly admitted his past struggle with addiction, as he told CBS Sunday morning.
I mean, I went one time for 13 days without sleeping and smoking crack and drinking vodka exclusively throughout that entire time.
Tom Dupree is a former senior Justice Department official.
If he gets convicted on these charges, I would think it is likely that he winds up serving some period of time in jail.
The president's son had previously reached an agreement on the charge of gun possession that avoided prosecution if he abided by the terms for 2 years. But at a Delaware court in July, that deal, which included misdemeanor tax charges, collapsed. In response to Thursday's charges, Hunter Biden's lawyer cited partisan interference and insisted the gun deal remains valid.
The constitutionality of these charges are very much in doubt. There will be a defense on the facts as well.
Republican Congressman James Comer, who's at the center of the newly announced impeachment inquiry into President Biden, said further charges from Special Counsel Weiss are warranted.
That was an easy charge. I'm still holding out hope that Weiss does the right thing.
The ongoing special counsel investigation includes tax and other potential violations.
And this is an extraordinary situation for Attorney General Merrick Garland, whose department is prosecuting former President Donald Trump, the leading candidate for the Republican nomination, and the sitting president's son, all at the same time during a heated presidential election. Catherine Heard, CBS News, Washington.
Taste of the Town on CBS News Miami is sponsored by Goya. If it's Goya, it has to be good. Visit Goya.com today.
It is time now for an all-new Taste of the Town. Michelin star chef David Myers recently opened his first East Coast restaurant. It's in Miami's Brickell neighborhood, and CBS News Miami's Lisa Petrillo takes us there.
Known worldwide as the Gypsy Chef, David Myers draws upon the flavors and ingredients he discovered throughout his travels. And here at Hotel AKA Brickell on the 25th floor is his all-new Adrift Mare, where some of those exotic ingredients have arrived, including this bowl full of rare truffles from Australia.
And you know how they find these, right? These are typically found originally by pigs. Now they have amazing dogs that have the nose for them, and you just go around, and it's called truffle hunting.
This is the 6th location for Adrift Mare and the first on the East Coast of the U.S. Myers says Miami was the obvious choice.
Right now in America, I really think Miami is one of the hottest food destinations, hands down, in America.
Back in the kitchen, Chef explains the meaning behind the name.
So Drift is basically just an experience. It's that road less traveled. It's for the dreamers, the wanderers, and the explorers. And so it's meant to be a lifestyle.
A lifestyle that includes a creative cocktail menu and food that focuses on Mediterranean coastal cuisine, which he loves.
So the food, I love the Mediterranean diet in general because it's incredibly healthy, right? So it's typically seafood based, a lot of olive oil, a lot of plants, some grilled meats. And so we wanted to bring this style based on what I love to eat here to Miami.
Both Myers and executive chef Carmel John prepare our tasting dishes. We begin with the tuna tartare with truffles, caviar, and tomato sauce with homemade rice crackers.
Quality of the tuna is a huge thing, right?
Yeah,
just clean, cold tuna, the elegance of the sauce. I can taste a little bit of that truffle. There's not really heat, and the caviar brings it that salty.
I think you've done this before. Those are we need you to give these sound bites to our guests.
I'm just telling you how I taste. I mean, that's a special appetizer.
Then we try the incredible elegant pesto bucatini with aged Parmesan and stracciatella cheese.
This is the perfect summer pasta.
So I love the bite of that bocconcini. It's just,
I do too.
Really, really toothsome.
I'm done with linguine.
Yeah, this works. We're going to season this up.
Then on to Chef's prime ribeye, topped with his secret seasonings cooked on their special Japanese grill.
Could I say it's one of the best pieces of steak I've had?
Come on. Yes, you can. I would really be happy if you did.
No, it's really moist, tender, moist, juicy, perfection.
Oh my gosh, thank you.
All right, Chef, I'm not done, but let's tell everybody how many days you're open here.
Absolutely. So 7 days a week, breakfast, lunch, and dinner.
All three.
That's right. We hope to see you a lot.
I'll be back with a fantastic and special Taste of the Town here on Brickell. I'm Lisa Petrillo, CBS News, Miami.
Looks delicious. That's your Quickcast. I'm Najahe Sherman. Stay tuned for more news right here on CBS News Miami.